the train, we were shouting, but we didn't know that we were actually on train. The Lord is coming. Are you alive?
Have you ever experienced being given a task to share a good news? I have. I can tell you, it's much more exciting to share the good news than the bad news.
Don't you realize that we are all commanded, young and old, to share His good news to the world? And then He told them, go into all the world and preach the good news to everyone.
Here's more. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. But you might say,
sorry, as much as I would love to share God's good news, it's not for me. I'm not a preacher, nor have the talent of speech, nor the talent to teach.
okay, fair enough. But did you know that sharing the gospel is not just limited through teaching and preaching? There are many ways to share Jesus to the world.
In fact, it is not only by preaching the truth, not only by distributing literature, that we are to witness for God.
Let us remember that a Christ-like life is the most powerful argument that can be advanced in favor of Christianity, and that a cheap Christian character works more harm in the world than the character of a worldling. Men will believe not what the minister preaches, but what the church lives. Too often, the influence of the sermon preached from the pulpit is counteracted by the sermon preached in the lives of those who claim to be advocates of truth.
We're not trying to negate the power of preaching and literature and some other means of witnessing, but the most powerful sermon and witness is you.
Yup, the most powerful way of evangelizing is evangeliving. What does evangeliving mean? Evangeliving means you evangelize people. You share Jesus and His gospel to the world through the way you live on a day-to-day basis, through your lifestyle.
Yes, your lifestyle speaks the most. It's a very powerful message.
Sharing Jesus and His gospel to the world should be every Christian's mission, because it is in our job's description in fulfilling the great gospel commission. Don't forget that. The work which the disciples did, we also are to do. Every Christian is to be a missionary. In sympathy and compassion, we are to minister to those in need.
Every Christian is a spokesperson for God's kingdom. Yes, it's not easy, but don't be afraid. God will provide you with His power.
But you shall receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you shall be witnesses to me in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the end of the earth.
The Holy Spirit will teach you in that very hour what you ought to say. So, what are you waiting for?
Now go. I will help you speak and will teach you what to say. This is Delfred,
And this is Zion Amber.
reminding you to take the Bible as your weapon of choice and keep the faith.
And if God is with us, who can be against us? This is Take the Talk.